It's that time of the year when you're visited by ghosts. You never know who's going to show up. But this year, I got lucky. I was visited by the ghost of Betmas Future, and he gifted me some very, very valuable knowledge here. I am Jamie G, and I'm here to share that knowledge with you on this Christmas Day edition of Bet It, Bank It, Blow It. I'm here at Magnum Mills, a man who once got a perfect game in elf bowling.
Yeah, he gets visited by ghosts who give him wagers like it's Biff Tannen and Back to the Future 2 or something. Meanwhile, here I'm playing elf bowling. And actually, you know what? I'm all right. Elf bowling was awesome. You remember that? It's like the little elves. It's like they're drunk and you just shoot the bowling ball down at them. It was a lot of fun. It was basically like Minesweeper or Solitaire combined with crack. Very addictive. You should not play elf bowling, but you can find it on the internet. You should check it out. And thank you for checking out this episode of Bet It, Bank It, Blow It, presented by CZCAP Fantasy Football. You can find all our stuff wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. Find us on social media at CZCAPFF and on the web at czgapff.com. Nice and easy to remember, just like the flaps, FLAPS. Very crucial to our success. Follow, like, and please subscribe. If you had fun, please remember to hit the thumb.
Always hit the thumb and always check the latest news, injuries, and weather before placing any bets. All three of those things matter. And don't be lazy, man. Do not be lazy. Go ahead and just take the minute to open the apps of all the sports books that are legally available in your state. And go ahead and make sure you're getting the best odds. Just shop around, man. Make sure you're getting the best odds, the best profit boosts, the best all the stuff that they give you out there, specials, etc. Make sure you're doing that. It's worth the extra time. And no, we are not affiliated with DraftKings. Yes, we're trying. And yes, we are getting our odds from there for the sake of simplicity. All information, odds, wagers, it's all accurate as of Monday, December 23rd, 2024. Christmas Eve. Somebody call John McClane because I'm ready to head out to the coast for a couple of laps.
Who isn't? I mean, except we're not really doing the coast thing. I guess we're doing more of a Die Hard 2 thing, but that's okay. That was a good one. I think Die Hard 2 is underrated, and we've got two good-looking games on this Christmas Day menu. Game number one, both of these games you should know are on Netflix. That's the only way you can watch them. Go ahead, log in ahead of time. Make sure all your devices are added, all the household, whatnot, password sharing. Check it ahead of time. First one kicks off at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the 14-1 Kansas City Chiefs traveling to Pittsburgh to face the 10-5 Steelers. Kansas City is 2.5-point road favorites, minus 142 on the money line. The Steelers are 2.5-point home dogs, plus 120 on the money line. The game total is 43 points. Game number two kicks off at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we're sticking to pretty much the standard Sunday time frames here. We have the 10-5 Baltimore Ravens traveling to face the 9-6 Houston Texans. Baltimore is currently 5-point favorites on the road, minus 230 on the money line. The Texans are 5-point home dogs, plus 190 on the money line. The game total is 46.5 points. JBG, what do you think? I think the schedule makers did a pretty good job with these. I think the favorites feel like they're the correct team to be favorite, but both of the underdogs have a fighting chance here. Not too bad. I'm not wild about the timing being at 1 and 4:30 p.m. on Christmas Day, but I am excited to have football. Check out these games, get a couple bets down. What do you think? Kind of overall thoughts on this two-game Christmas slate?
They did a good job in terms of, okay, they guessed right about who's going to be in the playoff hunt, who's going to be competing for what, who's still going to have something to play for come week 17. And I think they really did that. I'm excited to see how this goes being a Wednesday game. I know it's the same distance if you played Sunday and then you got to turn around and play Thursday, but it is Wednesday. And I know these teams played Saturday. So it's a little bit weird. I'm curious to see how it goes. Um, Honestly, I think from a betting standpoint, I'm intrigued, man. There's plenty of playmakers all over the field here, and I think I got a general feel of how I expect these games to go. So starting off with a lean really allows me to kind of be free in my choices, and I'm excited about that, both from a player prop standpoint and just regular wagering, spread money line, etc.
Yeah, it seems to be a little bit easier sometimes when you have a bit less on the menu. I'm not really in love with the running back situations in the early game because both teams are going to use a couple of guys. So I'm going to kind of stay away a little bit there. But on the other hand, it feels like, George Pickens is going to be pretty heavily involved. He is supposed to play here. So it's going to be hard to get away from him. I also do like what the Chiefs are doing with Xavier Worthy. It is a fair bit interesting that Pickens is kind of back, not necessarily to save the season for the Steelers, but these are two teams that are going in a little bit of different directions. I remember when Kansas City couldn't cover when they lost to the Bills. They've won five in a row. They've now covered two in a row. All of a sudden, the Steelers have lost two games by 14 or more points in a row. This is not really a Mike Tomlin thing. You expect to get him turned around here, but it's going to be tough to do against the Chiefs. And I feel bad for the Texans, man. That Tank Dell injury was really a heartbreaker, not only for the fact that they really needed him on their offense, but just emotionally. I know they're going to make the playoffs, but they've been in a weird situation where they kind of knew they were going to make the playoffs for the last month or so. And it just seems that they don't really turn it up too much. They're in most games, but they haven't really done anything other than take care of business against the teams that they're pretty much supposed to beat. Their biggest win was against the Bills. They barely squeaked that one out. They did almost beat the Lions. They gave the Chiefs a run before, give them credit, but I don't know that I have a ton of confidence in this Texans team right now, and they're going to really have to get it all done on the shoulders of Nico Collins and Joe Mixon, at least on offense. So, really interesting one, man. Houston's pretty much been in a one possession game for every game for the last 2 months. So, I would think it would probably come down to the wire, but on the other hand, they're kind of decimated right now. If Baltimore really puts it together, I think they can put a lot of points on the board. And even though the Baltimore defense heads have been the greatest, I'm skeptical about the Texans' ability to put up 30 plus points right now. So, we'll see how it goes. But again, I think both interesting games, some good angles to be had all around, and just going to be a little bit inconvenient with the timing of your whatnot, and especially if you're an NBA fan.
Yeah, I really wish there was a night game. Like an 8 o'clocker would be awesome here. Maybe we'll get it next year. We'll
They should
see.
do like an 8 a.m. game for like the during Santa game, and then like the post Santa game at 8 p.m. or something like that.
No, don't make me deal with it at 8 a.m.
You're
Mills.
going
I
to be
can't
up
handle that.
anyways, right? You're going to be up anyways.
I wouldn't mind a Thanksgiving, a 1, a 4:30, and an 8:15. I think that's the recipe. I wish they would do that, but we'll see what happens as we head into the next season. But this is this season, and this is literally Christmas. So we've made a list of our favorite wagers. We've checked them twice. Mills, have you been naughty or nice?
Well, I think you know that I've been naughty, but that is what it is. I'm going to try to give you the nice wagers, but do it naughty by nature style. So give it up for naughty by nature. Oh, I missed the hip hop array. Oh, Jamie G, I have one for each game here, and you should know that all of our wagers are in cricket coins. Cricket coins are the preferred currency of Bet It, Bank It, Blow It. In cricket, we trust. Wager number one, I have 100 cricket coins on Kansas City over 2.5 team touchdowns. I am betting they score at least three touchdowns or more. That is plus 110. So 100 cricket coins will return 210. And then in the late game, I'm going to put 100 coins on Baltimore over 27.5 points. That is plus 130. Thinking they're going to get 28 or more there. I feel confident about it. I think that Ravens offense really coming into their own. Not optimal to be without Nelson Aguilar and Justice Hill, but there are worse things. I think they're getting it done. I think Derrick Henry is a big day. Plus 130. So 100 coins brings you back 230. Baltimore over 27.5 points. Jamie G, you've been the leader in these all season. Show us how it's done, man. Make Santa proud. Show us pay for that milk and cookies for Christmas for us.
Yeah, and I need all the help I can get paying for that. 100 cricket coins Mills on Kansas City minus 2.5. This is an alternate spread. I think I'm buying a half a point here. I think they're going to win, and I don't know. I'm making sure I'm not getting the push here if it's a field goal game at the end. But minus 2.5 at Pittsburgh. It's minus 127. I think they have more going offensively than Pittsburgh does. I know that's saying something. But Pittsburgh's defense, while good, it's not elite, and it certainly has cracks. I could see the Chiefs not necessarily running away with this one, but definitely winning. I feel comfortable here. It's minus 127, 100 cricket coins to win 178 and 74 cents. Mills, I'm putting 100 cricket coins on Kansas City, Pittsburgh over 43 and a half. I think the emergence of George Pickens really provides the spark, opens up some things for this offense. I think Pittsburgh's going to have to score 20 to 24 points to have a chance. Kansas City, we know they haven't scored 30 yet this season. Will they do it here? Probably not, but I think there's enough of a dance partner between Kansas City and Pittsburgh. Each of them put up 20 to 24 points that they get over the 43 and a half. That's minus 110. 100 cricket coins there to win 191. And then I'm putting 100 cricket coins on Baltimore minus 4.5 at Houston. That's again a little bit of an alternate spread. I bought a point there. It's minus 127. 100 cricket coins to win 175.
All right, he's sticking with the favorites, but again, I think that they feel like the correct teams are favored this week. You can throw a little bit of narrative street in there, but I think I am pretty much buying what you're putting down there.
If you want to hang out with Santa Claus on Christmas, you need to be willing to go all the way up, where you'll find the top of the props.
We are really, really high up here. I think I can see the frost dripping off of Rudolph's nose. I think that's his nose, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, I got a few more of these that I had with the wagers. I think there are some interesting options here. I'm going to put 100 cricket coins on Patrick Mahomes over 1.5 passing touchdowns. That's pretty much the standard for him, and they haven't been that successful punching it in. They like throwing it to Noah Gray and Justin Watson and these random types in the end zone. So I don't want to have to care who they're throwing it to, just who's throwing it. Mahomes over 1.5 passing touchdowns is minus 115. So one cricket coin returns you about 187 coins. On the other side of the ball, I do think that Russell Wilson's going to try to force it a little bit, resulting in him being picked off at least once. So I'm taking Russell Wilson over 0.5 interceptions, also minus 115. So those 100 cricket coins bring you back about 187. I mentioned being excited about Xavier Worthy. I thought about going with the combo yards here, but I'm going to stick to the receiving yards. Xavier Worthy, 60 plus receiving yards. That is plus 175. So 100 cricket coins brings you back 275. On the Houston Texans side of the ball in the other game, you're going to need somebody besides Nico Collins to catch the passes, and I think that guy is going to be Dalton Schultz. Going to keep it nice and easy. Thought about going bigger here, but I'm going to take this one. I think this is a real win right here. Dalton Schultz, 40 plus receiving yards. That is plus 110. I really think he's going to see 6, 7, 8 plus targets here. Feel very confident he can do that 40. I was almost willing to take it up to 60, so a lot of room to play with that one. And then finally, I'm going to go to the guy on the other side of the ball in that game, Baltimore Ravens, Derrick Henry. King Henry smash, 120 plus rushing yards. That is plus 205. So 100 coins to bring you back 305. I think they're going to get him rolling. I think they're getting him going early. And I think he's still trying to come. I know everyone wants to be on the Saquon Barkley train right now, but I think King Henry is he's trying to show and prove himself there. Jamie G, who are you trying to rise above Santa to get to the top of the props with?
Yeah, I've got a couple here. I narrowed them down to just my very favorites. I've got 100 cricket coins on Lamar Jackson, 60 plus rushing yards. I think this is a game where he's going to be able to find some success running the football against a pretty good rush defense, but yet one that struggles with kind of the quick, shifty speed that he offers. I kind of like this move a lot the more I think about it. 60 plus rushing yards. It's plus 145. So really love the odds on this one. 100 cricket coins there to win 245. And then I'm also putting 100 cricket coins mills on DeAndre Hopkins over 3.5 receptions. This feels like easy money to me, and I think it's being dragged down by Hollywood Brown, kind of everyone thinking he's going to have the game or whatever. That's fine, but I've seen DeAndre Hopkins get 4 receptions on one drive. So I definitely think he gets this. In fact, I think he gets it in the first half, and we have a sweat-free win here. That's plus 105. Love the odds on that too. 100 cricket coins to win 205 cricket coins. And then I'm putting 100 cricket coins on Patrick Mahomes, 25 plus rush yards. I know. I did it all the time. It didn't hit. Well, guess what? He did it last week on that ankle. I think he does it again this week, and I think he can have some success for the same reasons I listed Lamar can against the Steelers year. I think Patrick can run the football, get out of trouble. Really, we're looking at two, maybe three scrambles, and I think he gets there for plus 180 odds. To me, I'm going there. 100 cricket coins to win 280. Opening presents on Christmas is the best. Paying your credit card bill in January? Well, that's pretty much the worst. Lucky for you, we're going to help you with our lottery ticket Longshots. We're not officially Santa's elves, but we did work with him on his Turbo Man scam back in 96. True story.
Yeah, seriously, I'm pretty sure Sinbad was there. Actually, I'd have to ask Dennis Reynolds to be sure, but I'm almost positive that Sinbad was there. Only rules for these are that it has to be any single wager or two-leg parlay from the two games here on the Christmas slate, and the odds must be plus 500 or longer. I'm just going to go to the combo meal here. I'm going to do a two-leg single game parlay from that second game for Baltimore at Houston. I'm just going to double down on the King. Leg number one, Derrick Henry, 120 plus rushing yards. That is plus 215, one of my favorite props. And I'm going to pair that up with Derrick Henry, 2+ anytime touchdown scorer. I'm saying he finds the end zone at least twice by land or by air. That is plus 330. So you put them together. King Henry, 120 plus rushing yards, 2+ touchdowns. You get odds of plus 700. So 100 cricket coins bring you 800 coins back. Again, not going to probably pay the whole Visa, but I think you will be in business. And maybe you can even reinvest some of this and turn it into a little more money, which you turn into more money. And, that's basically capitalism. Jamie G, what's your lotto ticket long shot for Christmas Day?
Mills, I think you just explained the American dream. All right, I got nice two beautiful legs. Pretty long legs, not exactly Nicolas Cage long legs, but they're up there. First leg, I got Kareem Hunt, 40 plus rushing yards. Think he gets the 40, man. It's plus 165. I know there's a two-back committee there, but this seems like a physical game where they're going to have to pound the football, and Kareem Hunt is their guy for that. 40 plus rush yards, plus 165. And then I got Lamar Jackson doing something he's been doing most weeks here, man. I got Lamar Jackson 3+ passing touchdowns in the dome. I look, there's plenty of weapons to go around, even without Zay Flowers. This should happen. Plus 230 on its own. That's 100 cricket. Put them together, you get plus 741. 100 cricket coins to take home 841. Not bad, Mills. I'd be very pleased with that.
Yeah, really, because we're going to hit them both then. So you might as well parlay the parlays, and then you can really have a
Ooh.
partay. Sid, you might even be able to afford to get Sinbad to come to your partay if you do that.
You don't close out the Christmas episode with the Chipmunks, all right? No, you don't even close it out with Mariah Carey. Well, maybe we could use her legs here on tripod time because we've got legs and we know how to use them. We've got a three-leg single game parlay for both games to help make this a Christmas day that pays for itself.
And I think that's really what we're all asking Santa for, right? A holiday that pays for itself. Sign me up, please, and thank you. Game number one, Kansas City at Pittsburgh, leg number one. We're going with Russell Wilson here, keeping it easy. Russell Wilson, 225 plus passing yards. That leg is minus 110 on its own. Got to be thrown to somebody, right? We're pretty sure that somebody is going to be George Pickens. So we're getting a little beefier here. George Pickens, 90 plus receiving yards. That leg is plus 245 on its own. And then we're going to go with one of my props here, Kansas City over 2.5 total team touchdowns. That is minus 105. So you put the legs together. Russell Wilson, 225 plus passing yards. George Pickens, 90 plus receiving yards. Kansas City over 2.5 team touchdowns. Your odds are plus 550. So 100 cricket coins will bring you back 650. Not too shabby, if I say so myself. And then in game number two, not quite a nightcap because it's kicking off at 4:30, but still the second game. Leg number one here, big surprise. Derrick Henry, 100 plus rushing yards. It's only plus 115. That's how sure we are he is going to get it done. And at leg number two, we like our guy Dalton Schultz. We have him 40 plus receiving yards, plus 110. Again, we could have gotten a little bit bigger with it, but no, we're trying to keep it simple here. Make sure we can help you out with the Christmas whatnot. And then finally, it does feel like the Texans are going to get in a situation where they have to force it on offense. CJ Stroud only really has Collins and Schultz out there. He's going to have to throw to some guys he's not as comfortable with. That is going to lead to at least one interception. So CJ Stroud over 0.5 interceptions. That's minus 120 on its own. You add up the legs. Derrick Henry, 100 plus rushing yards. Dalton Schultz, 40 plus receiving yards. CJ Stroud over 0.5 interceptions. Your odds are plus 600. So 100 coins brings you back 700. Again, I'm not going to tell you to be hyper aggressive and parlay all six of these legs, but it might work if you did. Just throwing that out there. And seriously, though, we're feeling good about these. We got some nice, sturdy legs. It'll be a nice way to send Mariah Carey off. We can have her go back to the ocean until she sees her shadow and comes out for next Christmas or however it works.
Anything else before we get out of here about the Christmas slate?
I'm not a huge fan of the times that they put these at, but it is what it is. I will make it happen. It is kind of cool that we have the Christmas stuff. It felt a little bit more natural when it was on the weekend, but I think they gave us a good set of games. I think there's some good stuff to wager on. Have fun, make some money, have a good holiday, Merry Christmas, Festivus, whatever you're doing. Enjoy it, have a good one, be merry, have cheer, and be ready because there's going to be a Thursday night football game because the NFL can't stop, they won't stop. So there's also games on Saturday and Sunday and Monday because that's how they do it here on the NFL. Thanks again for checking us out and, happy whatnot.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Do all that to everyone and to all a good night. Thank you guys for checking us out. This is another episode of Bet It, Bank It, Blow It. We appreciate you being with us each and every week. And you know what, man? Throw the thumb, subscribe, share the video. That's what you can get us for the holidays. Be here with us and share the love, man. Let us know how you're approaching the Christmas schedule here. And I want to see the slips. Send me those bet slips. Good luck. I hope you win big, and mostly, I hope you enjoy your time with your family and your loved ones. Happy holidays to you guys. Mills will let you know where you can find all of our stuff.
You can find me avoiding that eggnog hangover. You do not want one of those. That is a very serious hanger. Approach with caution. Thanks again for checking out Bet It, Bank It, Blow It, presented by CSGAP Fantasy Football. Find us wherever you get your pods and on YouTube, on social media at CSGAPFF. Same place on the interwebs, CSGAPFF.com. Very simple and easy to remember, just like the flaps, FLAPS. Follow, like, and please subscribe. If you had fun, please make sure that you've hit that thumb. I'm Magnum Mills. He is Jamie G, and we can help you bet it. We can help you bank it, but
Blowing it is up to you.
Come out to the coast. We'll get together. Have a few laughs.